and the movies that he played in were very much a part of repeat VHS viewing at my home, whether my parents approved or not. I'm sure that for many of you it is more or less the same story. It is a great pleasure to have here at Holland Comic Con the one, the only, Christopher Lambert! Oh, they reply better than they have ever today. Here is a seat. Here you are, sir.
I'm sorry, but I twisted my ankle, so what happened?
No stunts today.
No stunts today.
Because my first question was going to...
the last movie I made, which is in post-production, the director was afraid for me to fall on a mattress. Said I've been falling on rocks, but it would burn him out. And it was fun. Back to my roots, action, science fiction. It was fun.
It is fun. Well, Highlander has been a huge part, as I said, of my youth. Thing is, many of my friends as well, and sometimes we still recite one-liners or just parts of roles. And one of my best friends, he couldn't be here today because he's doing stuff that he thinks is more important. How could he? He said, could you ask Christopher if there's any line in Highlander that you feel was the coolest or the nicest?
Yeah, because I don't know how it was screened here, but in the States, they cut a scene with a Nazi, and I was protecting this little girl that I found, and I think it's a kind of magic is what the movie is about. It's a kind of magic.
Yeah.
So, of course, the famous line, there can be only one. But it's a kind of magic. It's protective, and it's trying to make, within the situation which is dramatic, trying to make her laugh, to at least be relieved.
Yeah, to find a way out, to try to grasp whatever is happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm happy it wasn't "do as I say, woman," which could have been a nice sentence as well.
Well, that was a time where we were in Scotland, the 16th century. I don't know, and I don't think you can talk to a woman like that.
No, but in context of the ancient Scottish society, it was very clear. And we say it ironically. We use the sentence just to let each other know that, yeah, we've both seen Highlander, and that's our secret, like a dog whistle, to know that we've seen the movies. I'm gonna do a little stunt. I've done it twice, so I think the third time will be too dangerous. No, it will work out fine. Oh wow, I get a hand. And one foot, and Nureyev. Here we go.
Well done.
Thank you. Many questions here, right next to me.
Hi, Mr. Lambert.
Hello.
Is it possible that you will play some role in the Highlander reboot?
Okay.
No, it's. I don't think. Personally, when I read the script, Highlander, I wasn't attracted to the fight, to the violence. What was attracting was the romance. It's a romantic movie. Immortality is romantic. I don't know but from what I've heard, they're gonna do lots of very violent fight with big muscles. And I don't think that's what the movie's about. They're doing a reboot, that doesn't mean they're doing the same movie practically 40 years later. I don't think so, but I have no idea. No, I don't think, I don't think I want to be part of it. And where are you going to find Queen? Where are you going to find Sean Connery? Yeah, exactly.
And the wrestlers at the beginning.
What?
At the beginning of Highlander, the wrestlers that are in the ring when you are sitting up high in the ring.
Wrestlers, the curtain. Clancy was not just a great actor. He was the size. But it's not a matter of strength. It's not a matter of violence. It's a matter of what we're doing is we're looking for the quickening. And the quickening is romantic. So we'll see. I'll go and watch the movie, but no, I don't think I want to be part of it.
Good, thank you.
Hi, Mr. Lambert.
Hi.
I grew up watching the Mortal Kombat movies, and I was wondering, what is your favorite quote from that movie?
I don't think so.
Hello, Mr. Lambert. My name is Antoine. I've got to know you through the movie Tarzan in the 80s.
Yeah.
I liked your performance in that movie very much.
Thank
I think
you.
you made the best Tarzan ever.
Thank you.
How do you look upon your performance in that movie, and how did you experience making that movie at the time?
My weight was 58. So Hugh Hudson, the director, looked at the casting director and said, "Are you crazy?" She said, "Test this guy, you'll see a difference." So he tested me, and 3 months later, I told my agent, Christopher's gonna do the movie. So I went to London and I trained for 6 months, 9 hours a day, gymping in the afternoon. And you know what? I realized that it was probably the best acting school was to act with an animal, because they don't talk. They've got their eyes, but they don't talk. And it was incredible to be in touch with the animals. Before my training, I went 2 months. The training was 7 months, but I went 2 months to Texas with a doctor. It's called Roger Fowles, who specialized in sign language for chimpanzees. And the lead chimpanzee spoke 300 words of sign language. It was incredible. He was asking for his meal, he was asking to go pee-pee. He was, so, no, I love that movie. I love that movie.
And then here.
Mr. Lambert, I'm a representative of a huge Mortal Kombat gaming community.
Good.
And I was wondering if you could say a couple of words to all of us huge fans of yours. And also, I would like to ask you to do your famous laugh.
I'll start with that. Well, it's great to, it's great to have fans all over the world. That's the power, for example, of Highlander became such a cult movie when beyond 3 generations, Mortal Kombat is a cult movie. The first one, at least. I mean, it's not a mistake. Highlander 2, if Highlander 2 wasn't called Highlander, called Men from the Future, whatever, another name, it's a good movie. It's well filmed, it's a good story. I think the number 2 sequel to number 1 should have been number 3. So I give a big kiss to my fans, my Mortal Kombat fans, and maybe one day we'll see each other. Thank you.
Hi, Christopher. What was your favourite scene to act in Highlander? And did you ever meet Queen themselves?
Yes, I did 2 video clips with Queen. We had a private concert of Queen, for 2 days. We were 50 people. And we had Highlander. I was on stage with Freddie Mercury. And it was incredible. It was incredible. Just, I'm not impressed by old superstar, but I respect, and what I want to see is what kind of human being they are. And Sean Connery, Freddie Mercury, they were just classy, and they were so respectful of the luck they had in their life, even Freddie, when he was sick, and I believe he was probably sick when we were shooting, or shortly after. Never talked about it, never complained. He was there. It's his life. And he was giving everything he could to make he was meant to do one song, Princes of the Universe. So Russell showed him the movie with his band. It got out of the screening. And he said, guys, we're doing the whole album. And he wrote the album in 4 weeks, edited in 4 weeks. So in 2 months, he probably made the most successful album. I mean, it was huge, huge. He took me on the LP, the photograph of a helicopter, and I'm in this helicopter. And when we arrived at the stadium, we had 120,000 people. And I was watching the concert backstage. Never seen something that gives you so much adrenaline, so much. It's incredible. It's a feeling. It's funny because actors sometimes they want to be singers, and singers, they want to be actor. And it works sometimes, but not all the time. And Freddie didn't want to be an actor.
And you don't want to be a singer.
Too late.
Listen, we've
Hi, sir.
Hi.
I have a question. In the first Highlander, you played the role of two iconic Highlander, because we have the first one in Scotland with the long hair, the big sword, and then we have the one in the modern age with the short hair and the katana. I want to know which of the two you enjoyed more to play and which is your favorite between the two. For me, they're both iconic, but I want your opinion. Thank you.
It's a good question. When you play two characters in the same movie, you dissociate yourself from the ancient character was past. So I don't live in the past. And the new character, the modern character was living in New York. And so you don't, I never thought about that. Even when I'm showing Rocks and Heart, playing Brenda, and I put the knife in my heart, I didn't think of the past. It was the moment.
Thank you. Hello. Your co-star, Michael Ironside from Highlander 2 is also here today.
Yeah,
Did you
I
have-
saw him.
Yeah, did you have any chance to reconnect with him? And is there any chance we get a final battle between General Katana and Connor McLeod?
Not today. Yeah, I saw him. He came to see me, and but I was signing autographs, so we didn't have time to talk. But I hope we will.
Yes, Mr. Lambert, honored to meet you here. First Highlander came out in 1986. I was 2, so it was too young to see it, but I enjoyed it later. My question is, it's still popular today. What elements of Highlander do you think that contributes to making that franchise immortal?
What I said before is to a band like Queen, to the script was great. To have actors like Sean Connery, like Clancy Brown, the training, the work, and B.T. ending was great Heather. You know, when I read the script, you don't think it's going to be a cult movie. You don't think it's going to be so different that it becomes so attractive. And the movie opened huge everywhere except the States. The States box office wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But over the years, like a year later, 2 years later, 3 years, till today, the fan base in America, like all over Europe, is huge. It's huge, and I'm not sure. I appreciate and I respect and I love the fans. That's why I'm coming to Comic-Con, because I can see them face to face. On a movie screen, I'm just on the screen. I can't get out of the screen and shake hands with everybody. And so That's why comic cons are good.
Here, to your left is my hand sticking up here. Yep.
In the Mortal Kombat movies, you're basically the entire face of Raiden for the entire franchise. Later on, a couple of years ago, they released a skin of Raiden resembling your version of Raiden. How does that feel to be inside a video game like that?
Well, Mortal Kombat was a video game before it was a movie. And for the first time, I was in an action movie, but I could do the action with my eyes, so I didn't have to train. But I had a lot of fun with Mortal Kombat. I think number one was really well done. And maybe they'll do a number three, and we'll see. But you know, some movies you cannot reboot or copy or try to do better. We forget also that one of the most visual and intelligent director in Highlander was Marcel. There's nobody today. People copy Russell. They copy the change of period, the change of time. It shows it's a copy. It's not the man doing it.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Lambert. I'm an Irish woman. I've been watching you for probably my whole life now at this point, but I'm very curious to know, what was it like training with Sean Connery, especially when it came to the sword fighting itself? Because it looks like it was either, from what we see in the movies, it was quite fun for you to be alongside him and doing the sword fighting, so I just would love to know what it was like behind the scenes, like what the training would have been like with him.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
I'll say it. Sorry, it's the Irish accent.
No,
beg your pardon. The sword fighting for Highlander between, especially the play around part with Sean Connery, I'm just wondering, how fun was it to do that type of training together with Sean Connery? Because it appears on the movie to be quite fun. So I'm wondering, was it quite fun on the back?
It was great. It was great. You know, again, as I was saying before, I wasn't fascinated by meeting Sean Connery. I was fascinated because I think great people are, most of the time, great human beings. They're generous. They are open. Sean was, I had 5 months of Scottish coaching. I did all of it myself. But then when Sean was saying, "No, Christopher, this is the way you say it," he was helpful. He wanted this movie to be good. You know, it's funny because this movie is a kind of magic. Because when you have Queen, we're doing one song and they did 12. It's a magic. It's magical. And when you have Sean Connery accepting a part, it's magical. but you shouldn't be impressed by that. You should just go with it and have fun. Thank you.
I will try to be short. You play it in great movie like Highlander, but you also play it in romantic movie like Adlet, or comedy like Hercule and Sherlock, or drama like Sicilian. Except Highlander, what is your best movie you played in?
Favorite movie excluding Highlander?
An Italian movie made by a great director called Gabriele Salvatore's, who did Mediterranean and won an Oscar for it. And I did a movie with him called Nirvana. Was incredible, visually, story-wise. The director was incredible. It's the kind of director that I could compare to Russell. He's got constant ideas. I had a blast in this movie. I could have shot 6 years. The movie was so clever. The movie was so visually stunning. And all this in a very calm way. It was, and a French movie called Max et Jérémy with Philippe Noiret. That was good. You know, it's difficult. Tarzan, I know it's a good movie, but it's a tough movie. It was a tough movie. With No Mercy. Hugh Hudson, when I'm going through the vines, we did at the end of the show, the last day of shooting, we shot Scotland and we went back to Africa just for that shot. With no nets, rocks everywhere, and 50 feet off the ground. And I looked at him and I said, why are we shooting this now? And he said, well, you never know, just in case. And I said, well, that's great.
I'm coming back to the stage now. I have to go round because my climbing is not as good as my running is or my jumping is. There are, I'm sure, many, yeah, we have to go on with the, I'm sorry. Well, I guess there are many more questions, among them you, that people wanted to ask questions to you, but we've come to the end of the time that we have for now. Thank you very much for being here on stage. Thanks for the questions.
Thank you, merci.
And if you have any more questions, you'll be at the autograph table. I'm sure they can ask you some questions there too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Would you be okay if we make a picture with the audience behind us?
No,
yeah? Great.